Good morning, Mr. Voser.
Morning.
It is my pleasure to interview you at this occasion. Mr. Voser is currently a chairman of the board of directors of ABB since 2015. And before that, between 2009 and 2013, you were the CFO and then CEO of Shell. You're currently member of the board of directors of Roche, IBM, and Temasek, and formerly board member of Eaton and UBS. So I would like you to share some insights about leadership.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are the requirements for leaders today comparing to, say, a decade or two ago? What are special about the leaders today than before?
Maybe it has not changed that much, but it's quite clearly as the business environment is accelerating, it is even more important to make sure that you select the right talent to lead the company, but also to operate on a day-to-day basis. So that's one big issue. The second one is when you actually have fast-changing technologies and fast-changing world geopolitically, etc. It is also important that you actually push down the accountability into the organization, because as a leadership team you will not be able to control everything and to do everything on your own. So you need to have an accountability system. You need to have a clear mandate what teams and organizations should do and can do. And you need to give them, and I call them the guardrails, you need to tell them actually how they should manage the business, but give them enough trust and freedom that they can develop their own, let's say, performance, their own business model, their own approach to customers, etc. And I think through that they will grow. Mm-hmm. These talents will become very valuable for the company and will become future leaders as well. So at the end is, as a leader, is how you select your teams and how you select your leaders of tomorrow. And that's an extremely important one, especially when you have such fast-changing things around us.
Very good. When you have to make a tough decision, a very difficult decision facing this very fast and volatile and uncertain society, what do you say to yourself?
I think I ask myself, do I have all the information I need? Do I have a view on where the company and the technology environment will go? Which means do I have a vision and a strategy? Mm-hmm. And based on that, I include the opinions of my executive team, and then one takes a decision. And it is very important to take the decisions timely. There is a tendency to go to a zero risk type of decision, which is not the way the world functions today. Today, with such fast changing product cycles and technology cycles, you need to be capable of taking risks and live with the risks. And then if it doesn't work, you learn out of that and you redevelop your thinking afterwards. So it's therefore be decisive, take some risks, don't wait until everything has been sorted out, and get the right information at the right time. Give trust to your people that they will feed you with that, and then I think you should be a good leader.
When you look back at your career, what are the very important moments in your career that helped you develop as a leader that you are right now? Do you have any story to share with us?
I think I would say there were 2 or 3 moments where I had to take a lot of personal risk because I was not in line or did not agree with certain leadership approaches of my leaders, my bosses. And I have never regretted that. These were hard decisions because these were risky decisions to confront leaders that is not the way my ethical values actually have been developing, etc. And I think I would do it again. I've never regretted it. It turned out to be the right step, but at the time the risk was high that I would have to leave and develop my career somewhere else. But it really told me one thing is, you cannot change your DNA. Stick to it, do it in the right way, learn all the time, but stick to what you are. So you are who you are, and you cannot be someone else. And just stick to that and drive it. And yeah, don't stop when you have to take tough decisions and take some more risks. So.
One last question. You said that the importance of choosing or selecting the right leader below you was one of the most important things for you. What do you see in them?
I think what I normally specifically look at is actually not what they know professionally. I assume when they come in, they have got their capabilities from a professional point of view. If they're an engineer, they know what it means to be an engineer. If they're a scientist, they know what to do that. So I look at the leader qualities, and I look at them and I take into account what their generation actually, where they put the emphasis on what they would actually like to give to the company and to perform. I think when I grew up, for me it was just normal that you spend 40 years with the same company. Today, this is no longer the case. Therefore, I need to understand what they actually want to achieve, what drives their thinking, so that I can actually then get the best out of them. But I always approach it from the personal side and not from the professional side, from the skills they have acquired at university or wherever. It's always the person. I'm always interested in the person.
Thank you very much, Mr. Voser. So insightful and so compassionate. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.